Hey, in this video, I'm going to tell you what to do if you can't pay your bounce back loan back. Now, I'm going to assume if you're watching a video like this, you're probably an entrepreneur, a business owner, or a coach or consultant. And right now, business is not going as well as it could. Maybe you don't have enough leads or sales and you want to get that fixed. Well, this channel will help you, firstly, fix your bounce back loan issues. And secondly, after that, we've got to get you more leads and sales to get your business back on track. So while you're here, take that finger of power, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell notification. I've got new content every single day on growing and scaling a business. Now, I'm James Nicholson. I've been in business 17 years now. I coach and mentor thousands of business owners just like you to grow and scale their business and take it to the next level. So everything I share on this channel is from my own personal experience. I'm the author of the new book, Expert Mastery. I'll put a link below and you can go and grab a copy of that for free because that will teach you the marketing system that I've developed called the Business Accelerator methodology. Now, bounce back loans, they were a wonderful scheme back in 2020. The bounce back loans were there to help us, to fund us, to keep business going in Britain. And they did a great job on that. Now, possibly right now is the time where that bounce back loan payments are starting to come in. And maybe right now you're thinking, I took a lot on this bounce back loan. Maybe you took the full £50,000 and you're thinking, I just can't afford to pay this right now. So I've got some solutions for you, and some are really going to help you straight away, and some will help you on the longer term. So first and foremost, you don't have to start paying your bounce back loan back now. So that could be a good thing that maybe you don't know about. You're actually able to get a further 6 months payment holiday. And I really suggest all the people I'm mentoring, even if you don't need it, I would contact your bank right now and just get that extra 6 months comfort blanket, because you can save those payments aside. And if you can't afford to pay, then you can use that money to keep the business going. And if you can just use those payments in 6 months, right? So take a further 6 month payment holiday. How do you do that? You go into the online portal that maybe you had with your lender, and some of them have an extension option in there, or you just call the lender, right? Just call the lender. That's a very good thing to do. Now, secondly, maybe the payments that you've got are too big. Now, initially the bounce back loans came out, they were on a 6-year term. First year, you paid nothing. Then it was 5 years of payments, right? So it was 5 years of payments that you needed to make to these people. Now, that means the payments, if you were taking 50 grand, I know the numbers off the top of my head, roughly it's £800 a month, right? If you took a 50 grand loan, it was going to be £800 a month. Now, that's a considerable sum of money for any business. And what you're able to do now as well, another good thing is you can go to your lender and you can double the term. So I would also do that even if you don't need to, because you don't know what's coming around the corner, and you can always overpay, right? So get yourself the option, get yourself the ability. And what that will do is halve your payment. So if you're on 800, it will take it down to 400 and something pounds, but you'll be paying it off for 10 years instead, right? So that's really important that you do that. You give yourself that comfort zone, you give yourself the space, and that's really important. So you call the lender, or you go into the portal that they gave you the money through, and that will allow you to do that. Now, I've got one more little thing that I want you to do, which is very important if you just can't do either of those. And before I share that, I want you to hit the like button. Comment below, let me know what you think about these suggestions that I've had so far, because that helps me with the YouTube algorithm. So give me a comment and give me a quick like. So do that now, guys. Now, lastly, the other thing that you can do is, if you really can't keep your business going, then you're not personally liable for this bounce back loan if you're a limited company, right? Now, I'm not saying you should do this, but for some people, the business isn't just going to work out. And with that extra debt, sometimes you just need to walk away from it. Now, these loans were there to help you in a very difficult time that was none of your doing. You couldn't control this. You took the money because you needed to fund the business and keep it going through turbulent times. Now, if you're a limited company and you decided that the company is just no longer viable, you're not going to need to pay that loan back. And I think for some people, that is the right thing to do. I think for some business owners, it's just a case of shut the company down. I know I'm going to get all sorts of controversy in the comments on this one, but if your company isn't viable anymore, you're just not going to turn it around. You're not going to turn it around with that extra burden. My recommendation is that you shut the company down and either go back to employment or start again with a fresh company where you don't have that burden and debt. And that is what a limited company does for you. It gives you the protection personally on this stuff, right? It gives you a personal protection, so they're not going to come after you personally for the money. Now, I'd go and get some advice from an accountant or somebody on that, not just take my advice on this. I am not a tax specialist or an accountant, but I do know that you're not personally liable if you took it through a limited company. Now, with other loans that you might need to look at those. You might be liable for those. You might have had a personally guaranteed those or something like that, right? So that's what I just want you guys to think about, is maybe get the payments extended. Well, actually, definitely get the payments extended, even if you don't need to. Take that extra 6 months. And if you really can't do that, then just stop the company and start from scratch, because there's no point burdening yourself with stuff that you can't do. I've been James Nicholson. If you didn't subscribe earlier, do subscribe. I've got tons of other content on bounce back loans and tons besides. Go and check out my free book, Expert Mastery, because look, if you get your sales, your leads and all that sorted, you're not going to worry about your bounce back loan payments anyway. So in the description, I'm going to put a link where you can grab a free copy of Expert Mastery today. So go and do that right now. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.